Strumming triplets on the ukulele from beginner to advanced, 4 techniques. Here we go. A triplet is a subdivision of one beat into 3 equal parts. So let me show you on the music over here. This is one measure of music. It has 2 quarter notes in one measure, and the quarter note is the note that gets the beat. So there's 2 quarter notes. Now this is what a quarter note broken up into a triplet, 3 equal parts, looks like. It's written like an eighth note, 3 eighth notes, but we put a 3 over there indicating that it's triplet, okay? And here's the downbeat, here's the downbeat. So we turn on the metronome, and that's the beat. We're going to break each of these beats up into 3 equal parts. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Get the idea? Triplet strum number 1, beginner level. I drew some red arrows to indicate which way you're going to strum, and all of them are pointing down. So we're going to break each beat into 3 down strums. So if I turn on the metronome, I'm actually going to slow down the metronome. Let's go to like 60 beats per minute, which is 1 second per beat. And we're going to play 3 down strums. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll play C right now so you can see. You ready? That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can strum this with different fingers. You can strum this while changing chords too. Let me try a little example of triplet, and I'll write a little song right now. Ready? Cool? So you get the idea of the triplet strum. This is beginner level. We're just doing all down strums, whether it's your thumb, your index finger, strumming with your pinky, however you want to strum it, just down strums 3 per beat. Level 1. Triplet strum technique number 2. This one is intermediate level, so by the time you're an intermediate, you should be able to play down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. If you can strum both down and up, you could do technique number 2, which if you notice goes down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so that down, up happens 3 times. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now you have to feel triplets though. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let me show you how it sounds playing on C at this tempo. This is 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Notice your arm is a lot more relaxed than when you're doing technique number 1, where you have to go. You're moving your arm half as much. So there's a good time to use this strumming technique, and that is when you're playing an entire measure or an even amount of triplets. So if you're playing 2 triplets, 4 triplets, 6 triplets, you know what I mean, and so on. So I'll show you an example. If I'm playing a turnaround, that's F to G7 to C. And it's 1 measure of F, 1 measure G7, and then I end on C, sounding like this. This technique works really well. You ready? This technique does not work good when you play an odd amount of triplets. Like, let's say I'm just playing 1 triplet. Let me show you. My hand is now down below the strings. Most of our strumming techniques, sometimes when we start strumming something, we start above the strings and we play downwards. Down is generally the first strum we do. So after doing this, 1, 2, 3, I'm in a weird position, and it's kind of hard to start a different strum if I was going to do eighth notes now instead of triplets or quarter notes. Okay, because then I'm going to be strumming upwards as my downbeats, and it gets a little tricky. So using this strumming technique when you're playing pairs of triplets, or an even amount of triplets, you know, for like, let's say 1 measure, 2 measures of triplets, works really good. Okay, so that's triplet strum technique number 2. Triplet strum technique number 3. This is for advanced players. In order to do this, you need to be able to strum up and down with your first finger and with your thumb and with your first finger and thumb together like this, where you're hitting with the back of both your fingernails. Now this technique looks like this. It's down, down, up. Okay, and again, down, down, up. So down, down, up. 1, 2, 3. Down, down, up. 1, 2, 3. Now how you get that is by alternating your first finger and your thumb. So it goes down with your first finger, down with your thumb, and then up with both of them. And that's where you can hit either with the back of your thumb, or I actually like to stick my first finger out. That's the change right there. And I hit with the flesh side of my first finger when I do it. Either way, it's the same thing. So you're going to go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And make sure you let your first finger down. That's when your fingers open. Then your thumb up, down, down, up. Okay. So playing on C at 60 beats per minute, you get this sound. This works really nicely. I've seen a lot of Hawaiian players play this. There's the style of music that they're playing, and a lot of them are singing along. Or a guy like Kimo Hussey does this a lot too. You'll see he plays these fast while he's changing, crazy chords. So this works really good at a kind of laid back tempo, and you can also push it and play a little faster. But I like this the most just because the second downbeat, which is your thumb, you get a really nice brush on that. So I like it at a medium tempo, and to use in a time when you're only playing one triplet is really cool. So I'll show you an example on that F, G7, C turnaround like I played before. It could play continuously like this too. So it works isolated, and it also works in a continuous setting, and it can be pushed to a faster speed as well. So a pretty versatile one, but the highlight of this is that middle one right there where you're strumming down with your thumb and you get a nice brush of all those notes and let them ring out nicely, compared to technique number 4, which is going to be a little harder hitting, and that middle one you'll notice is a little different sound. Cool? So ukulele triplet technique number 3. Triplet strum technique 4 has the same prerequisites as 3. It is an advanced strumming technique, and if you notice, the difference between 3 and 4 is the second strum. It is an up strum in technique 4, so you're going down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, and how you do that is starting with your first finger and thumb together. You're going to strum downwards, and then you're going to separate your 2 fingers, hitting your thumb against the strings on and up. Okay, and then you bring your first finger up and back to the starting position where your fingers are together. So again, that is down with both, up with the thumb, up with the first finger. Okay, now this move isn't just you moving your wrist back and forth like this. It is you opening and closing your hand in addition to moving your wrist. That's how you get the speed for that third strum where you'd normally be strumming just like that. Now you're opening and closing your hand, and you could do this really fast. And I'll actually, in a second, I'll push my metronome and show you how fast you can go. But at 60 beats per minute, here it is on a C. Now, I'll max out my metronome like I told you. It looks like 208. 3 beats per each of them. I can't even say it. It'd be like, what do, okay, but it sounds like this. And I think I could probably go even faster. The difference between 3 and 4 here is that second, that up strum. On the third strumming technique we did, where you have that one, you get a really nice, compared to this one. You'll notice that the second beat on the 4th technique is a little bit weaker, and that's fine when you're playing really fast. This is a technique that Jake Shimabukuro does on all those crazy fast things that, like, let's say, While My Guitar Gently Weeps up here. Playing fast, hard, crazy kind of stuff anyway, the notes are naturally they're all gonna be like hitting you like a hammer. If you're playing something a little slower, I would default back to technique number 3, where you can really get that nice second note strum. Whereas in this one, works really good for that fast stuff. Now you can play it continuously, you know, triplet, 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 or you could just do single triplets mixed up with other ones. A lot of times at the tempo, if you're playing a slower tempo, you could squeeze 2 triplets into a single beat and play some really fast stuff. So technique number 4 has its place, so does 3, 2, and 1. Cool? So that was technique number 4. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you figure out how to do those triplet strums all 4 of those ways. Comment how you're doing, how you're progressing. Please do like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Aloha.